I still think, yeah, I can't remember, but I think we still played a little bit longer after I finally. No, we didn't. No, we did not. No, she had to leave.
She had to leave.
Yeah.
And you stayed.
Not long. I didn't stay that long. I stayed maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
And then you left.
Then I left.
Okay. And any further issues with the Band-Aid?
No, I had to keep changing it.
You had to keep changing because it was dripping blood.
Yeah. Well, eventually I put a little super glue on it to stop it.
Super glue.
Eventually, when I got to the house.
And when did you put super glue?
At my apartment.
And when was that?
The same day.
Was that after you left the gym?
Yes, at my apartment, yes.
So in this case, do you recall that day that the defendant came to the gym that morning with her daughter, Jessica?
I do.
Okay. And Jessica told law enforcement in her first interview, as well as in her testimony here in this court, that she worked out with her mom that day. They lifted weights and they went on the treadmill, and her mom didn't play racquetball.
Okay.
Does that refresh your recollection that this injury didn't occur that day?
We played.
You played?
Yeah.
That you're clear on. You can remember that. That was the same.
I remember we played. I remember I got hit.
And did you and Monica discuss on one of the lockup overhears the fact that Jessica said you guys didn't play racquetball that day, and then you guys talked about what other day it could have been?
I don't remember.
You don't remember that?
No, I don't.
Okay. And then you said that Monica left, and then you left shortly after her from the gym?
Yes.
Did you do anything with your injury, like report it to the front desk or anybody that you were bleeding all over?
No.
Get any medical attention?
No.
Okay. Would it surprise you to know that you actually walked out of the LA Fitness just in front of Monica and Jessica that day?
They were there. Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know if they. I didn't pay attention if they left the LA Fitness or not. But I left. She said she had to go. She left. I didn't see her again, and then I walked out. I walked out. I don't know where they went.
Okay. And we also watched the video of you walking out of the LA Fitness that morning.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Did you?
I think it's a prelude to a question.
Thank you. If I were to tell you that there's no evidence on the video of you walking out, nursing an injury, bleeding, dripping blood, or anything of that nature, again, would that refresh your recollection as to what date this allegedly occurred?
It happened that Monday.
I'm sorry?
It happened that Monday.
Okay. So that one detail you are certain of.
Objection, this argument.
Overruled.
Yes.
And then you told us on direct exam that Monica told you about her day and that she was going to be picking up her daughter at school. Right?
She did say that.
And based on that, you told us that you put together that there would be a short window, an opportunity for you to kill Fabio.
In my head, yes.
I'm sorry?
In my head, yes.
Okay. And you said that Monica told you Fabio hadn't left the house in days. Do you remember testifying to that last week?
No, I said that.
You said that?
I said that.
Okay. And when you told the jury that Fabio hadn't left the house in days, what was that based on?
Based on the information through general conversation of her telling me her day that he was there.
Okay. My question was that he hadn't left the house in days. Where did you get that from?
That was my
GPS? What was
no,
that
that was just me listening to the conversation.
So if I were to tell you that Fabio was out the day before, which was a Sunday, with his friend Ernie, would that do anything in terms of change your answer that you gave last week to the jury?
Well, I don't know exactly every second where he was. I mean, I know he was generally at home.
You said he had
didn't.
left the house in days.
All right. My terminology mean left the house in days, meaning like going somewhere, like to work, and being gone for an amount of time where I can see her. So that wasn't happening. That's what I mean, couldn't leave the house in days.
Okay.
And I'm sure he did leave the house somewhere for someplace. No doubt about that.
But she told you that he was going to be home on the day that you went up there to commit the murder.
That he was going to be home?
Yes.
I kind of took it that he was going to be home.
Okay. Well, you didn't just take it that way. I mean, you relied on that information, right?
Well,
You went through this whole
eventually I had to rely
elaborate
on it.
scheme to go up there to kill him. Based
Eventually
on
I
that.
had to rely on the information, yes.
Okay. Did you know that he was also gone during portion of that day, that we saw him on videotape, leaving, coming home?
No. Mm-mm. There was a lot going on that day.
Lot going on. Where else did you go after LA Fitness?
I went back to the apartment.
And what did you do when you got back to the apartment?
Try to figure out how to do this thing.
What do you mean try to figure out how to do this
How
thing?
to do the murder.
What do you mean how to do the murder?
What do I mean? How to do the murder? How to do the murder? How to do the murder? I don't know what you mean. What do you mean?
Well, explain to the jury what you mean.
You
when
mean to go
said
through the
that.
whole plan again?
I'd like to know what you said you went back to the apartment to do.
I said, I went back and I told Chris, I said, I think I might have a good, something like this. I don't want to be verbatim. I'm paraphrasing. I just told him I think there was an opportunity. I don't remember exact verbiage.
Okay. And so what did you do then?
Try to get everything together that I needed. The
What
clothes.
was that?
The clothes.
Okay. What clothes?
The clothes that I was wearing that day.
Okay. What else?
Then I had to sit down and think about how I'm going to actually do this, which meant how to actually put it into motion.
Okay. So what did that entail?
Getting up there,
No, when you said you had to sit down and think about it.
yeah, it means I had to sit down and figure out how I'm going to do this.
Okay. So what'd you do? You wrote it out on a piece of paper?
No, I just thought about it. Just
Thought about it. Okay. And then what'd you do?
Start trying to work to implement it
And how did you do that?
by going to the place or the location where the car was, where I plan on putting the car, park it, and find a way where there's no or the least amount of cameras, the least possible amount of cameras.
So you went somewhere before you went to the house?
No. I went. Everything was done on the fly.
On the fly.
Yeah.
So you went back to the apartment. Were you again still in touch with Monica throughout the day?
I'm not sure.
Not sure.
I'm not sure.
So how would you know that Fabio wouldn't get up and leave and go to the office for a meeting?
I wouldn't know.
How would you know that he wouldn't go out to pick up lunch or
He might
something
have.
else?
That was a chance I was taking.
Okay. So you had Christopher Austin fly all the way in. You went through all of this thinking, planning. The attempted hit the night before didn't work. So what steps did you undertake to ensure that you weren't going up there needlessly?
There were no steps. I just tried to get it done. There was no specific steps to try to make sure. It just had to see if it could get done. If he happened to leave, then it would be over. Right? It would be over immediately.
Okay. And how would you know if he had left the house?
Well, maybe I saw him.
You saw him.
I said maybe if I had have seen him. So that's one way of knowing.
How would you see him?
If I saw him coming out the house.
You mean while you were actually there on the street?
Or if he was coming down the street.
Okay.
That's one way. GPS movement. But I really didn't have too much time to look at that. It wasn't enough time.
The GPS. You didn't have time to look at the GPS.
I really didn't have a lot of time. I really didn't have a lot of time for that.
Because it's a very short window.
No, I just didn't have the time for it. I wanted to. I knew that the way I understood it was, she said that she had to pick up her kids at around 5, and she would be back and let me know when she was back and whatever. So I figured I had a small window to get that done and be able to receive her call or her text and let me know that because she always lets me know how her day was. So I didn't want to break that.
So you don't remember being in touch with her throughout, again,
I really
that entire day?
I'm sure I did. I just don't remember what times and all that. I just don't remember all that.
So from your apartment, where did you go?
Eventually, I went to the location. Well, no. I wind up having to pick up some items. I think I went to the bank.
Went to the
pick
bank.
up money.
Okay.
So, and then I went to one store to pick up an item and another store to pick up some other items.
Did Chris Austin come with you to the bank and the store?
No, the bank was a drive-through.
Was he with you?
No,
Okay. Which car were you in?
I think I was in my truck.
The truck that you said you wasn't working, so you needed a rental car, right?
It wasn't working earlier that week, no, but it was working. I needed a battery. Huh?
It was working that day.
Yeah. No, I eventually got it to work. I put a new battery in it.
Okay. And so, what store did you go to?
I went to a liquor store, not to buy liquor.
You told us you were in a rush, you didn't have a lot of time to look at the GPS, but you had time to go to the liquor store?
Not to buy liquor. I went to buy something. I can't remember what it was. It wasn't liquor, though.
Okay. So you went to the bank, you went to the liquor store. Where else did you go?
I went to Target.
You went to Target.
Yeah.
What time did you go to Target?
I don't remember the time.
Okay. And what did you buy at the Target that day when you were in a rush to get over to the house to commit this murder in that short window?
I believe it was some kind of clothing.
You bought clothes.
No, some kind of clothing, yeah. I believe that's what it was.
Okay. And while you were there in the Target parking lot, did you meet up with Monica?
No, not that I remember.
Could you have?
I don't remember because I met her a lot of places all the time. So I don't remember if I met her that day or not because I meet her all kinds of places, and Target was one of them. There's a lot of places. We met a lot of places, so I don't remember.
So if Monica was messaging you right up into the time that she comes to the Target store, and then the messaging stops for a period of time when you're both in the lot, would that refresh your recollection that the two of you got together at the Target lot to speak?
Maybe might have been in the same parking lot. I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. I told you I don't remember.
Okay. So you said you were driving your truck when you went to the Target, right?
No. I
Oh, you
wasn't.
went back and changed
I
cars?
said, yes, I went to the bank with the truck. That's what I told you.
Okay. And then you said you went to the liquor store. Which car were you in for that?
I walked.
You walked to the liquor store.
Sure did.
Okay. And then you went back to the apartment? Or
Yes.
did you walk to Target?
Yes. No. I went back to the apartment.
And then what vehicle did you take to go to the Target?
The silver car.
The rental car.
It was silver, I believe it was.
The one that was rented, correct?
The silver car.
Again.
Yes,
Your
the
Honor,
silver car.
ask that the witness be directed to answer the question.
You go ahead and ask your question.
The silver car that was rented.
There you go. And when was that car rented for you?
I don't know what day it was.
Well, you told us
That's not an evidence.
It's overruled.
you told us last week that you got somebody, Paula, to rent the car for you. Remember
Right.
testifying to that last week?
I do.
Okay. And you said that that was on Friday, right?
I think it was on Friday.
And then you told us that over the weekend you drove all three cars, your Mustang, your Ford Expedition, and the rental cars. Remember that?
Yes.
And that was because you said you needed to take your car in for a new battery.
No, I needed to work on my cars, period. And a battery was one of the things I had to do.
I see. And so you had her rent you a car that you drove over the course of the weekend.
Yes, I used it for the weekend.
If I were to tell you that the vehicle was rented for you that day, and that you met Paula at the Enterprise, and that cell phone evidence shows you were there renting the car that morning again. Does that change another set of answers you gave to this jury last week?
I told you I don't remember a lot of stuff, so it may have. My memory is bad. I've been telling you this from the beginning.
But there's certain things that you have a very clear recollection of.
Certain
recollection,
things.
right?
Certain things.
Like the fact that you played racquetball that morning.
I would bet on that.
Okay. So, when did you go to Target?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. That day, sometime during that day, I don't want to give you the wrong time again and say I'm lying again. So I don't know. It was that afternoon.
That afternoon.
I think it was that afternoon.
And when you went to Target, where did you park the silver rental car?
I'm not sure.
You don't remember?
I'm not sure. I know I was there. I just don't remember where I parked exactly. It was 8 years ago. I don't remember.
Your Honor, I have a set of still photos. Six in total from January 23rd of 2017. There are numbers in the bottom left corner.
Are these surveillance photos?
Yes, there's still photos from the surveillance video.
We marked as 277.
Thank you. Do you recognize the vehicle that you see here, circled in green?
I see the lit up car.
Do you recognize the car?
Not really. I don't remember. I don't recognize it, but I'm sure that's supposed to be the car I was in. I'm sure.
Supposed to be.
I'm sure.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because I don't know if it is or not.
Let's play the video. Of the video that is on the DVD that's been marked as People's 42. You recognize this location here? Is that the Target parking lot?
I think so. I still can't get oriented yet. It's been a while.
Remember driving past all the different lanes to go to the very farthest lane closest to the 101 freeway?
No, I don't remember.
In the rental vehicle?
I don't remember it. I don't remember that, but I'm sure it happened.
Remember backing the vehicle into the spot? Yes? No?
I don't remember, but it looks like I did it, so I don't remember that, but it looks like I did it.
recognize yourself from the way you walk and what you're wearing?
I remember what I wore. Yeah, it was dark.
That's you, right?
I think so. It looks like it.
You see doesn't appear to be any injury you're nursing on your hand.
Objection, that's argument.
Did you see that? Hello? Did you see that?
Did I see what, the injury? I
And
haven't
is this
seen no
you
injury. It
here
was too
walking
far.
into the store at 302?
Objection was sustained.
It was, she asked a different question.
Is that you walking in? Did you see yourself?
I don't know. I was talking to you. Can you play it back? You want me to see it?
Sure.
I'm sure it is, but
No, if you have any question, let's play it back.
yeah, it looks like me from the back. Yeah, it's me. It's got to be. I know it's me.
Okay. I'm going to show you another clip. This is now at 3:23. You remember moving the car?
I'm sure I did it, but I don't remember.
You remember moving the rental car, the silver rental vehicle that Paula got for you at Enterprise that morning to that little alcove at the back of the parking lot, the furthest away from the Target?
I don't remember doing it, but I'm sure I did it.
Have you done that on numerous occasions such that it would be something common?
No, not really. Not really. I just.
But it doesn't stick out in your mind that that particular day you moved the car to the back of the
No, I
Target lot?
probably did. I just don't remember doing it. I probably did it. I just don't remember doing it. It wasn't a big thing for me to do that day. Just to move the car, and I have to remember that. I just wasn't thinking in the future I need to remember moving this car.
You don't have to think about it anymore.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, let me play another clip. You see Monica's car in red, the Ford F-150 that you said you had a GPS on,
Yes.
pulling into the lot?
Yes.
See the car stop right there? And someone comes around the front? See that?
I can barely see anything.
And your car is still at the back of the lot. You see the green circle to the right?
Yeah.
So do you remember meeting up with Monica at the parking lot in front of the Payless Shoes?
I really don't remember. I really don't remember. It seemed like any other day when I met her. When I meet her.
It seemed like any other day, except
Yeah.
this was the day you were planning on murdering her
I'm talking
husband.
about this right here. It seems like any other day to me. To me. It just
Okay.
seems like any other day of me meeting her.
You see the
So,
two circles on the screen at 3:30, the red one and the green one? Your rental car is still there in the back of the lot. Did you
saw
see
it.
that?
I saw it.
So what were the two of you talking about in her car at this point?
I told you I don't even remember seeing her, let alone talking to her.
Well, do you remember in the holding cell just behind this door here having a conversation with Monica about exactly this? The two of you in the Target lot just prior to the murder meeting up. Remember having a conversation with her about it?
I remember always trying to have conversations with her.
Do you remember a conversation with her about the Target parking lot and the video?
I don't remember the subject matter exactly, but I always try to talk to her all the time.
Okay. So this was from August 24th of 2017, where you told her, we got to get married, babe, and she said, I love you, and you said, my lawyer said the same thing. He thinks you're going to make a deal. Actually, that's Monica saying that to you. And you said, babe, I'm not making no fucking deal. I'll take it to my fucking grave, baby. You remember that?
I got to hear it. I don't remember saying it, but I'm sure I got to hear it first.
And then she said, me too. Remember that?
No, I don't. And like I said, I need to hear it.
And then you said, I love you. I'll take the blame before anything. Do you remember saying that? In the lockup, right here. Trust me, the answers aren't up there. Then on the next page.
I think.
One moment. That is,
I'm trying to answer the question.
that is
Yeah, no,
argumentative.
he's not. He's not, Judge.
First of all, it wasn't here. It wasn't Van Nuys.
I'm sorry?
It wasn't Van Nuys.
No, this is here.
I thought it was Van Nuys.
Yeah, you're
Pretty
wrong.
Sure it was. See, again, I can't remember nothing.
Okay. On the next page, the defendant said to you, she's whispering and she says, hey, the cameras. And you said, I know, but I'll take the blame. I'll lie. And then she whispered again and said, wait, listen, listen. And once again you said, I'll lie and I'll take it. Do you remember that?
I don't remember the conversation, but I'm sure if you said it's there, it's there.
And then she said to you again, whispering, listen, the cameras, the cameras. And you said, where? And she whispered to you, up at Target. They have a camera at Payless Shoes. They have no video of you. And you said, of us? Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
And then she said, in whispers, none. And you said, yeah, I know. He told me, meaning your lawyer, right? The lawyer that didn't tell you any evidence.
I don't. No. Exactly. Oh, the overhears? Absolutely. He told me nothing. I knew nothing about it. I knew they were there.
And then she said, in a whisper, the video was only for a month or two. And you said, I know. And nothing on the other one at night two. The other one at night two. That was the one at the strip mall where you tried to kill Fabio the night before when Monica gave you the address, right?
I don't. I'm telling you, I don't remember any of this. I don't remember it.
Your answer that you don't remember is different than saying it didn't happen,
Objection.
right?
Argumentative.
Sustained.
And then the conversation went on. And you said, there's nothing. Only thing is a couple drops of my DNA. That you explained that already. That he took it. And she said, yeah. Remember that?
I don't remember the conversation.
And then the defendant said to you in a whisper, I'm so scared. And you said, even if we, and she said in a whisper, if I have to stay in here my whole life, I'll take my own life. And you said, no, baby, don't you? And she said, I will not stay here. And you said, don't you do it ever, baby. Remember that?
I do remember that one.
So now it's coming back a little?
I remember that phrase.
And then she said to you in a whisper, I've never been asked yet about the flip phone. I haven't been asked yet. Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember that either.
And then she said to you, this is what we talked about this morning before lunch. In a whisper, they want your computer. And you said, mine? And in a whisper, she said, yours. And your response? You told us earlier it was stolen, right, from your truck?
Yeah, it was.
That's what you told us all this morning, I think. Right?
I believe, yeah, I told you it was stolen.
Gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
She said in a whisper, yeah. Gone? Gone? Are you sure? And you said, well, no, yeah. It's not around. It broke. And she said, oh, And you said, so I got rid of it because it was broke and it was no more good. And she said, oh, do you remember that? Nothing about it being stolen out of the truck.
Well, she doesn't need to know what happened to it anyway, because I knew
Okay.
there's a good possibility you were listening.
Right. And then you said, and I would, and I happened to do it the day before. What were the chances of that shit breaking? Right? So which is it? Did it get stolen?
Oh, it got stolen, along with some gear, with some racquetball gear.
And so after you and Monica met up in the Target parking lot, where did you go next?
Well, where I went, where we met, you say we met. I'm not going to say anything about that. I'm just saying
You don't
where
know.
I met. Where I went from there is I went to find a place to park the car,
Which car?
the silver rental.
And where did you go to park the silver rental?
I don't remember the exact address. It was off Ventura Boulevard.
Behind or next to what?
It was in a housing area, so it wasn't behind or next to anything but some houses.
Okay, so it was next to houses.
Yeah, I don't
And then-
remember where.
Where did you go from there?
On foot
Okay.
towards the house.
And again, this is during that same period of time that you told us that there was such a short window where you had to get this murder done, right? But now we've talked about going to the liquor store, going to the bank. Now we can see you're at Target, you have a conversation with Monica. Now you go drop the rental car somewhere and you're on foot. Clock's ticking, so where do you go next?
I don't agree with the talking to Monica part, but I'll go along with the other stuff. Going to some back way towards the house, trying to get to the house.
So you walked to the house from there,
Jogged.
jogged. Didn't you forget something?
Probably did.
How about your lookout?
Okay. What about it?
Well, you told us that from the Target lot, you went and parked the car somewhere. I'm assuming at some point you went back to the apartment to pick up your lookout?
No, he's in the car.
Oh, he was in the car at Target.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So when, in all the interviews that you gave to the defense team, when did you ever say that Chris Austin was actually in the rental car sitting in there?
I never said anything
Till today.
till today.
So would this be like story number somewhere around 14?
Objection, Your Honor.
Well, you had 12
I'm sorry,
interviews.
there's an objection pending. It's argumentative.
So you never told the defense that Chris Austin was sitting in the car.
You didn't ask every. It's not- it's-
Objection to counsel testify.
Yes. You wish to approach? Or make an objection?
We must.
All right.